Welcome back to Finish Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, where in the last video we had to do some investigation around and we had a couple of people like Pearls, Ini, and even Mia that had some secrets at the hole, and I had to use the psych lock. But thing is, I have to break it down to like 2 or 3 different chapters because the chapter was so long. So with that being said, once we got all the information we need, we can actually go to the court and try to cross-examine the witness or whatever the case may be and take down Francesca Von Karma. With that being said, grab your snacks, grab a drink, because Detective Reaper is coming to save the day. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Nick?
Yeah?
Did you know that Von Karma daughter is only 18, just like me?
Yeah, why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she been in Germany all this time by herself and she's so grown up.
Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation.
And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of a master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial.
But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through.
Good morning.
The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you.
Hey, morning, Pearlie.
You be safe today, Mr. Maya.
Huh? What do you mean?
My mother is coming today to show her support.
Yeah, that's right, Pearlie.
Hey, Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too?
Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch.
Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help.
Mr. Nick, that's enough.
You can't show weakness in front of a person you love.
Pearlie, not this again.
Please, can you do this for us, Pearls?
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mr. Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you to your alone time.
Whew, thank goodness.
Nick?
This way Pearl won't be able to see today's trial.
What do you mean? What's going on?
Yeah, because we cross-examined Morgan, that's why. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Finish Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeat will be transmitted all over the world.
All over the world, huh? Sound like you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix.
Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly fool clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Ow! Oh. Naturally, the world's eyes on me as I conduct my first trial in this country.
That's nice, Miss Von Karma.
Huh. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scared when they fight. Go. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented to yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the chanting chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the chanting chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe it's when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just
as I suspect. Aunt Morgan.
poor Mia. She seemed really torn by this. Oh boy, here we go. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? Ow! I don't think Emma really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you keep watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I'll perform the spirit severing technique on Mr. Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is. Yes, that is. Now! You, be quiet! Now, witness. Something happened while you're performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could... Mr. Meyer, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fay, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chambers. Yeah. Order! 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 Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best.
I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
She sure did. Up the ante. Alright, we got a testimony of my escape. Let's see what Miss Morgan have to say. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I request that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mr. Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrust me away from her and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Suspect testimony, lady. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mr. Maya. However, I must correct falsities where they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My auntie is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack at her testimony.
Alright. Well, we're going to find a crack at her testimony. After we heard the gunshot, those two broke it open the door. We just going to question everything. I think we already know who broke it. It's just me and Lotta. But just now, you said those two? Who are those two people you referred to? I was referring to that foreign lady yourself, good sir. Lotta not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I'm sick could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the heart that geared up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent a repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. Gee, seems like everybody's sending a bill repair to my house. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there's a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that's a very good point. At that time, I, myself, was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I wanted to hear the end of that sentence. Question that. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? She's not gonna say anything. You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. What? That's kind of a weak reason. The lives of both the good sir and the camera woman may be in danger. It's what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us.
Looks like she caught us napping. That's my auntie for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss P, please continue.
The pistol was hanging from Mr. Maya's hands and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness? Do you stand by this statement?
I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie.
But why would you lie about something like that?
It is very painful for me to say this. However,
objection. The witness was lying to cover the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Question that. So, you was covering for the defendant?
well, yes, it was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mr. Maya had done something very unexpected.
Something unexpected? What? Pray tell, did she?
Ow! This witness didn't and could have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Yes, very well.
Ugh, why does it sound like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened.
Then, quite suddenly, she thrust me away from herself and escaped from the room.
Okay, how... Hold that. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing. However, yes.
But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Oh no, are you kidding me?
Have you not forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix, right? What of this picture?
Remember at that time the defendant was not physically Maya May?
Ah!
I know, it's such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Basically, Mr. Maya's body was still of that nurse she had called.
But if she had run away, would you have given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However,
with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. You fainted?
I became dizzy and then collapsed on the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy witness, elaborate on that point for us.
I'm afraid she has no knowledge after that. Is that because she was unconscious?
Why, yes.
Great. Well, now what? Question her, leave. No, go in. So, while you was unconscious, you had absolutely no idea where the defendant went.
I would think that obvious, good sir.
Is that true? Then how can you know for sure the defendant left the chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
Good point.
It's true that the witness was not able to confirm this. But the key word is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. It looks like Miss Volcom is ready to move on to a next witness.
You crafty bastard.
That's enough. For what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness testimony. And from what she said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chambers.
I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt.
Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the chamber?
Yes. That's exactly what we should. Ow!
Be quiet, you! Now then, what the escapee had done was she has gone to speak with a certain person.
She went to speak with someone.
Who was it?
The prostitute called Miss Ini Miney, who was sleeping in a side room at the time.
Ini Miney?
I think you can see where this is headed.
Yeah, I see it too. Oh God, here we go.
Witness, name your occupation?
Okay, so my name is like Ini Miney. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Like, yeah.
If that's what people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Miney, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess.
If that's the case, then let us hear your testimony.
That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine for my sake. Jesus Christ, Judge, you're so gullible. Have a bone. Alright, so we got another witness testimony, which Miss Ini Miney after the murder. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy and in a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Okay.
Now, hold your horses, young lady. You saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor? Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness sister?
Yes, Ini Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray Clinic.
Oh, well, this is... witness.
Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course.
Miss Miney, please.
My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person.
Damn, she drove too fast.
That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Ini?
She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit will go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It's a bit hard to swallow.
Oh.
However, all the evidence and testimony point to this as the truth.
Oh God.
The end.
What you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for.
This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Mia, what do you mean?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lie can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies.
Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so let the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolishly fools sprout out more foolishly fools drabble. I wonder if we make this one more interesting than the last. You're about to find out. Alright, time to cross-examine her after the murder. Like, when the channel started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Was that because of your sesame allergic, was it? Or algae? Like, yeah, that's right. I like think there was some sesame seeds like in the lunch they served that day. I had this like premonition that it was gonna totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed.
I see.
And I'm the only one who missed the boat here.
Anyway, so you taking a nap. Did something happen while you sleeping?
Like a little later, someone came to the room, like really suddenly. Did you know the time? Like maybe a little before 11 a.m. Something like that, I think. 11 a.m. Yeah, like my stomach is totally ready for like food. Ah, no, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time is it now. I mean, what time is it when the someone came to your room? Oh, so like that what you mean? Like you should be more like clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like it's really. You gonna stop at mid-sentence? That's it? Why you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness about this person who entered the side room? It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess. Or was it not your sister who entered? Wait a minute, what's this? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mrs. Smith. First of all, my name is not Mrs. Smith. Secondly, I'm only child. But more than that, she managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Wright?
The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Ini Miney? I like haven't seen her and like so happy. I was so happy in like a sad way. We question that too. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like I mean, it was my sister. But would most people react her with surprise that see the dead loved one alive again? But like maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult, but I like know all the current channels technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said. Should I drop this line of question? Yes. So you really didn't think anything strange after the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me like to think anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her! You know the phrase, objection. Could you try using it once in a while?
Mr. Wright? This question of what the witness feels she saw her sister? Is it really that important?
Oh yeah, it's important. Always important. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I got to bluff it out and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all, and her costume looked totally like normal. Totally normal, really. So there was nothing odd about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. Mia's talking to herself like she found something wrong.
That's impossible.
Like, is everything okay? Can I go on? Yeah, you sure you go on. My sister, like she totally terrible. Alright, we're gonna question that. Something terrible? What was this thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just like tell you about it? Did you like forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish seed for a brain only speak foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? Here you go, I don't care. I'm sorry, but could I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I even like tell it all spooky like for you. Oh, this one. Oh man. I was drugged with sleeping pills. was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Ini. Okay, that's the story. Like, how was that?
It was very scary.
Like, I'm sorry, maybe I like put it too much spookiness into it? I know there has to be something here, but I can use what where?
She's really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slow, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected.
Alright. Okay, she gotta lie somewhere. Told my sister I wasn't like scared at all, and like her cousin looked totally like total normal, huh? I don't think. So here's the question for you, Ini. Whenever somebody walk in with a costume like this, for example, there's nothing normal about it. You got blood splattered all over, and then you have a bullet hole, so there's nothing normal about that. So I got to question you about that. Can I say objection? That's right. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Ini. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is.
Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
Miss Minnie, may I remind you of what you said? You said there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in the testimony? If you're really testifying and not lying, you would have noticed it right off the bat. That's right, Ini.
Order, Miss Miney. What is the meaning of this? Miss Miney?
I'm thinking, don't interrupt me.
Get down!
And what are you stabbing about, Your Honor?
Then witness, her person did a complete 180 there.
Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry. I'm like, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony.
If you please.
Well, the judge still look a little shaken up, and a lot to help he's going to heat. Alright, she gets a second testimony after the murder. Alright, let's see where this going. Like, the side room, like, kind of dark, you know. So, like, the costume is like purple, right? The blood totally blended in, right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the chamber.
Yes, now I see. And you had given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood?
You think? Like, thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness.
She has a hole in there somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it. Alright, let's go. Like, the side road is kind of dark, you know. Hold that. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your suggested opinion onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more suggestive than Miss Miney's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay. Can't breathe. Let me out of here. So, like, the costume is like purple, right? The blood totally blending in. Did it really? You didn't see the blood? Like, yeah. But she must have seen had a gun on her hand that time as well. That, Are you gonna tell me that you didn't notice the gun either? I like totally didn't. All look it was at like her face. Continue. And I like persuaded my sister it was like right not to do something like that. And what was your sister Miss Meanie Miney like at the time? Well, she was like totally flipped out cause she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think like she knew she like say she did something really bad. And I like she wanted to go me to apologize, Miss Morgan. Did Minnie Spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the training chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix, right? The sooner the better. She said with her rope at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the training chamber, you know. Maybe I'll ask you one more thing, Miss Miney. Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, what do you mean? When you were inside the door, were going to the crime scene, arrived at the crime scene. No, she was talking about she was going to apologize, so she couldn't be in the side door. Arrive at the, so it has to be like somewhere halfway, like she was going there. I'm talking about when you go into the training chamber, of course. Like no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I like totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clear to the court.
Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something on the way to the training chamber is all that important?
That is important. I ask because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this, though.
Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include statement about this in your testimony.
Like, I don't get why, but okay. Oh my god. I was like, I didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the chamber. Like, oh my god, I know you're lying because there was somebody had to be on the way. But I'm gonna question you. Try to remember that time. Oh, like, I remember, like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end.
Something you finally point out a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix.
It's no good. I can't find anything wrong.
Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement,
he'll end the trial, I know.
We have to give another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up.
Oh, she got it. Like the side door. Alright, oh, we got it. We know exactly where we go to. Not that. Not that. And then I got to my sister chamber. Okay. I like did see even. Okay, so let me ask you this, Ini. Let me go here right quick. Now, while you was going to the crime scene, you should be able to see somebody who was in the hallway who was fixing like a vase or something. And it should be this little girl. So my question is, are you sure you didn't see her like on the way? I'm curious. You say you didn't see anyone on the way to the training chamber. However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? Like, yeah. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Faye's daughter, Pearl Faye. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happened at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yup. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that?
Ah!
As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at the time.
Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous! It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What? Sort of foolish. There's no way somebody walking along the window way could have noticed Pearl. There is no way someone walking along the wineway could have noticed Pearl. Wait a minute. There's no way. Wait a minute. Could it be this? This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What's that got to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It because Pearl broke it, that's why.
She broke the urn?
Ow! Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time of the Chinese started. Ah, and Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way.
Ah!
Miss Miney? Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of urn back together, you see? If you couldn't see that while you was walking, I have to declare you legally blind. Grrr. I think I have sufficient proof of what that, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar.
Ah! Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say.
The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell the truth. About what? About what? About where you really at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. Yeah, that's right. I was like sleepy in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really asleep in the side room? There's no way. No, don't buy it. Your lie's in here. What? What do you mean? The witness said that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I said that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here.
A contradiction? Where is this contradiction?
Here, you say, help me, Mia. It's in the evidence. It's her testimony. Yeah, she's in her testimony. Earlier, in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And like Miss Morgan was the only one in the chamber, you know. It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that Fat? How? I could see that Miss Faye was the only person in the chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room couldn't have not known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the changing chamber. But you didn't go there by the way of the winding way.
Ah. But look at the random guide map. If one was going between the side room and the changing chamber, one would have to use a winding way.
Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Oh no. Don't ask the question off of a basis assumption, if you please. What? Well, I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? Oh. You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder?
Now's your chance, Phoenix.
Yeah.
The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Ini Miney. So now's the time to prove it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
She had to be here. Miss Miney was here, of course.
What? But the chimney chamber.
Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the crime scene. Scene of crime. Yes, you hear that, jury?
Order! That's ow!
Mr. Phoenix Ray, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that Only the victim and the defendant was in the chamber when the challenge started.
Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Simple, Miss Ini was hiding in the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where? I was hiding. You was hiding right behind here. Here, of course.
Behind the photo screen? No!
Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony.
There ain't no way anyone hanging behind that photo screen.
See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pity on me, slime ball.
Now, Miss Miney. I'm so young and she shouldn't be saying.
Shut up, Gramps, as you know exactly how old I am.
I'm sorry.
Looks like there's a pipe about to bust. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the photo screen with the help of this. How about that? Take that. Miss Miney? How are you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! That tiny box? No person could fit in there. Sorry, but your theory has already been disapproved. Law disapproved you when she was hiding from me, innit? Objection. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it had nothing to do with the murder at all. Yeah, that's right. I was like sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright.
What?
Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime?
Yeah, I can. And now I present a piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Yeah, it's gonna be this thing right here because the box had a hole about 8 feet high and this thing is about 8 feet high too. So we're gonna present that too. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as it's like any sort of evidence in that old thing.
This, what on earth?
No! I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole. I'm about 8 inches off the ground.
A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The photo screen. It had a hole the same height. That's right. I hope this opened your eyes what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the photo screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the photo screen. It went through the screen and then to the box.
No!
Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the photo screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray.
Ah! Order! So what you saying?
Oh my goodness. Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Ini Miney? That's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Ini Miney? You were hiding inside that clothing box all along. And you wore a medium costume to masquerade as my fae.
To masquerade as my fae?
She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Fizz, right, then I have a proposition. This whole idea what the witness proved the clothing box to the crime scene. Pretended to be the defendant killed the victim and then flee the crime scene? It's not possible for one person to do it all by herself. Correct, it's not possible. It really isn't possible for one person to do the preparation, that is.
No!
Need I remind you, this foolish received no mercy? Wait, Miss Von Kammer, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Miss Miney, you had it accomplished. Yes, you did. Had accomplished, and this had to be Miss Morgan Fay. I'm pretty sure it had to be her. This person.
If it wasn't someone from Kieran Village, you couldn't have gotten a costume. If it wasn't someone from the Faye house, well, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan? Faye?
Isn't it that wonderful lady witness we had earlier?
What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? Grrr. You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Ah! I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed into a medium costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer creeped silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Faye with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside a clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame for the murder.
But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected?
Yes.
Bang.
Dr. Gray was actually not dead yet. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the photo screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and
Bang. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room.
yes, a gunshot was certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why upon hearing the shots, we forced our way to the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with the blood. And pretended to be Maya Faye. But that sort of deception would have easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Faye chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
What? What is one supposed to say?
This is the real truth behind this murder. Yes, the real truth. Everybody's getting quiet.
Ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Who is that? Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Now!
Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still, by chance, evolving? What is it this time?
It's for karma. Surely.
Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of uncommon blood would lose due to somebody this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretended to be one, put on this whole act? What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, yeah, like, that's right, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. While Miss Ini Miney wants to kill Dr. Gray, what is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Like, oh my god. Yeah, motive. I don't have it. Motive. A motive. That's, I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive. What is her reason for wanting to kill Dr. Gray? The reason you want... Could it be this? Ha! Just as I thought, you bored me with your silly answer, Mr. Phoenix, right? Just great. Now even she's called me by my full name. You think I did this to get my revenge on my sister's dad? Yes. Because through the accident, you suffer a lot and hurt pain yourself.
Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Day grabbed my sister, right? And you want to say I want to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
Sino stupid Gramps. I'm going to explain, so please listen, okay? It's been over a half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I want revenge, then I would have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was Dr. Gray. It was a total coincidence. He asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see, ow! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. Oh, God.
I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge play is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fair to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
Tis. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What? What's happened? I thought I had her for sure. Hee. See, it just as I said. Told ya. I hope you like your slice of humble pie.
Very well. I'll now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Ini Miney.
Hold it. Who's this?
Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute.
Alright.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix.
Mia.
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculous messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happened for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And then also the reason why she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time's up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you prove the reason?
Can I really do this? I ain't got no choice now. I'm running too deep. I am not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what.
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now.
I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Ha. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Now! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Now! A Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination if we reconvene.
Hey, wait a sec. Oh my god, this just got interesting. Well, I guess we continue with the next one here, and hopefully we can find a way to prove this case. This is a good case. This is a really good case. I mean, we had her set up from the evidence to everything, but we could not find a motive how we can get her. Maybe we could find something about her a little bit that we had found a motive. In the meantime, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll be back with another episode. And I am out.